Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a psychological concept called internal state. It is a very less discussed concept because it is still getting researched thoroughly on. But with clients who have been through some kind of trauma, okay, you will notice that you have to deal with the internal states of the client, and this is something that I teach. I have made a point that I teach this particular thing to my students who are going to deal with a lot of clients in their life. So what is really an internal state? Internal state is defined by a set of neurological patterns, okay, that has a specific agenda, and with this specific agenda, the mind or the internal state, the brain, works in a certain way. So imagine in a state of hunger, okay, the person is only going to tune into where the food is, what is the smell of the food will be, okay. So all the senses are trained or tuned to detect where the food is and to have it, right? So imagine a person who is hungry, that person won't be taking any advice from you, especially on their career, right, or in their relationship. So when I get a client who is hungry for the love of that one person, at that point, even though I want my client to progress in a certain habit of theirs or any other aspect of their life, it is really very hard for me to process it through for them, right? So internal states like hunger, arousal, thirst, okay, and there are more other internal states that you can go and see, okay. For internal states of motivation is also there, okay. So when you want your client to move from a state of disappointment or disdain from a internal state of motivation, you have to follow a set of patterns, okay. Have to work with the internal state and help them shift from that internal state to this particular internal state. And why I'm discussing this, because when you take in cases of clients who have been diagnosed with any kind of anxiety disorder or depressive episodes or psychotic episodes, okay, you will have to work on the internal state, because a lot of traditional or conventional methods don't work unless and until you touch that particular nervous layer, okay, how the brain is processing information, what information it is tuning into and what it is really discarding, because the client has the nervous system has an agenda, okay. So we are going to discuss polyvagal theory in another clip, but I want you to work with the polyvagal theory because it is going to help you deal with a lot of clients who have been through trauma, because trauma models the brain in a certain way. Now, because polyvagal theory is very loosely associated with counseling still, but Dr. Stephen Porges, okay, he has done a significant amount of work in counseling where he's talking about how to implement polyvagal theory. I want you to give it a look, okay. I'll put a link below as well. But in the next slide, in the next section of the video, I'm going to talk about how to approach internal states from different modalities like psychoanalytic modalities, psychodynamic, hypnotherapy, and we're also going to touch some Jungian perspective into how to deal with the internal states. See you in the next video.